go straight into it. We're going to talk about retention editing. This is more of a how to keep the attention of the viewer as long as you can. And we're going to go over 3 specific techniques: J cut, L cut, what's called kinetic pacing. And I've definitely used these often. We're going to start with the J cut. And it's literally what it is. The J, the letter J, how it is like that. And it pretty much lets the next moment begin before the viewer sees it. I have an example right here, and we're going to use sound with this one. And this is what it originally looks like. Let me show you inside. Come on. So you see these rose-colored clips. That's what I'm using. So I say here, let me show you inside. Come on. And then as soon as it changes to the next one, you hear the kids in the background. Cool. So the J cut is letting this moment right here begin while you're still seeing the previous clip. So I'll show you exactly what that means. So instead of cutting it right there, what I'm going to do is the bottom, the sound, when I say come on, I'm going to cut it right there. So I'll use Option. Well, these are linked, but I'll use Option just to cut the bottom clip right there. And then what I'll do is the one next to it, so in other words, the one that's coming up, I'll extend that right before it. So you'll see it looks like a J. So it starts here, right? And this is the J right there, right? So now it looks like this. Let me show you inside. Come on. I'll even make it more pronounced like this. So I'll extend this. I'll blend in the sound because you see that cut. So I like to use a Shift Command D, constant power, and a little bit more. It just kind of crosses it. So that way the sound from the previous one, the sound from the next clip gets into the previous one, and then the previous one goes into the next one. So it's like a smooth transition. There's no pop, quicks. You don't notice the scene change as abrupt. So inside, come on. So I'll even go a little bit further and extend this out here. So let's do it again. Let me show you inside. Come on. All right, so that's the J cut right there. L cut is basically opposite of the J cut. And this one is going to be more of, instead of anticipating the sound from the next scene, it's going to be the opposite. So what I mean by that is, this is a clip of me talking. I'll keep you guys posted. Right, so that's the regular one. Let me actually take the music out. So it's more of this right here. So far, I'll keep you guys posted. So I'll keep you guys, but I'm actually gonna cut this guy. There's an Option. I'm gonna cut this guy here, and then I'm gonna elongate this. Hopefully it's not anything. Yeah, so it's like this. So far, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm even gonna go as far as, since it's such a short clip, so it'll be something like this. Pretty good so far. I'll keep you guys posted. Right? So now this is the opposite of what we just spoke about. So instead of the sound coming before the next shot, it's going to be the visual is going to come before you actually hear that sound of that. Let me even take this one out, and I'll keep this going. I don't think there's anything that we can't watch right there. So the whole scene would be like this. A little bit during sunrise. Pretty good so far. I'll keep you guys posted. Now that's a completely different thing. This one's really good for like interviews, tutorials, emotional continuity, and it's useful when like the next shot supports the next idea. So this one is, I'm using the B-roll demo kind of. So the B-roll is you're gonna see it before the actual talking head audio is even finished. Now the kinetic pacing, it's control movement through the timeline. Obviously, I'm using the fancy name for it here, but it's really to show the movement throughout different shots, and it works especially when you have talking head videos or examples. Doesn't mean every second of every video shot needs movement or needs motion. It just means that the edit shouldn't sit dead when what you're talking about, the idea, is moving. Whatever you're talking about, you also kind of add that movement in whatever shot you're looking at. So to show you an example of that right now. So this is me. Talking head. There's really not too much dead air here. The pauses are really minimal, but I'm going to show you what I mean by movement. So we're going to add it. So this is what it looks like regular, and I'm just going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. It'll be just like this. Our first night there last night was pretty good. It was difficult maintaining a nice enough temperature. The only reason that is because my kids are with us. I'll actually color them different. Love to use these labels. Very handy. This is the ones that we're going to work at. So it's 6 different clips, right? Cool. So now we're just going to add a little bit of motion to that. We're just going to add motion and kind of like they are jump cuts, but we're just going to use a little bit of movement with whatever it is that I'm talking about. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to use a slight zoom in with this one, and it'll be like this. Boom. Had our first night there last night. It was pretty good. It was right. We could do it for 2 in a row, but let's do it like this. A slight zoom in. Had our first night there last night. It was pretty good. It was difficult maintaining. So I like to use 2 in a row too often. So what I'll do is probably take that one away, and I'll just kind of zoom in a little bit more. I'll scale it to like something like that. So it'll be like our first night there last night. It was pretty good. It was difficult maintaining a right. So now there's a little bit of movement in there. Last night it was pretty good. It was difficult maintaining a nice enough temperature. The only reason, and we could even go back to 110 on this one, and then do a since we're already zoomed in, we could do a really a regular speed zoom out, and then leave this one regular. So it'll be like this. Had our first night there last night. It was pretty good. It was difficult maintaining a nice enough temperature. The only reason that is because my kids are with us. If it was just us two, I'm sure. That is because my kids are with us. Right, so it almost looks like, actually I'll just use a little 105 just so we can notice the movement a little bit more. Sure. The only reason that is because my kids are with us. If it was just us two. Boom. So that adds a little bit of motion, and it's just kind of supporting the idea of what I'm talking about and moving along. And it's not just to decorate, it's to whatever you're talking about. So if I was talking about something that's not really just kind of plain, I guess, then I really wouldn't use it too much, but I would still at the very least use some kind of like super slow zoom in, and it should kind of help the comprehension and slower movement. And you see a lot of this is very slow. And again, if this was like a reel, I'd probably use it a little bit faster. Even the slow ones kind of create like a tension or clarity. Just remember, fast cuts don't save a slow idea. J cuts create anticipation because you hear the audio first. L cuts create continuity because you see it first. And kinetic pacing creates forward motion. So there's always that motion. There's nothing static. It's forward motion, movement, the idea within the shots that you're seeing. It creates that forward motion, so that way there's no cutting, there's no dead space, there's no long pauses or any of that, and you still see movement within the visual. Remember, retention is not about tricking the viewer, it's respecting their attention because you want them to pay attention to what you're talking about. I'm gonna end it here. If you want more practical editing breakdowns, tips, and a couple of just workflow ideas that I use and that you guys can apply to your edits or to your content, just make sure you subscribe and watch the next live stream.